2021 was a great year for gaming, but let's be honest, 2022 could be one of the best years in a very long time. With over 100 games already scheduled for this year, I want to give you guys my top 5 games that I am most excited to play. Before I give you my top 5, I wanted to share with you guys a couple of the rules I gave myself. I was only allowed to pick games that have a confirmed release date. So, if you're wondering, where are games like God of War Ragnarok, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, the new Kirby games? Well, none of those games actually have an official confirmed release date, so I couldn't put them on this list. Because of that, most of the games on my list are coming out in the first half of 2022, so I'll probably make a second video for the second half once we get more confirmed dates. But let's get right into it. Here are my top 5 most anticipated of 2022. Number 5 is Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course. Some of you might think this shouldn't count since it's not a full game and only a DLC, but I couldn't care less. Cuphead was such an amazing game when it first came out that all I want is to get more from it. The graphics, the music, the challenging boss fights, everything hit for me. I've been waiting patiently for more news about the DLC ever since it got announced, and we finally got a date and a trailer at the Game Awards this year. I can't wait to get back in, scream at my monitor for losing at the boss fight before finally beating him and getting that nice feeling of satisfaction. Number 4 is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm a huge fan of the Borderlands series and I love the DLC based off Dungeons & Dragons that released with Borderlands 2. And now we're getting a full-blown game using the Borderlands 3 engine and next-gen consoles. Getting to play within a fantasy-themed world is just enough of a twist on an old formula to get me and my friends all hyped to get back into it. My number 3 game is Dying Light 2. When Dying Light first came out, I honestly wasn't interested in it and I completely skipped out. It reminded me a lot of Dead Island and other zombie games, so I never really gave it a chance. But after hearing from a lot of people about how great the game actually was, I finally picked it up on a sale and I fucking loved it. You've probably heard this a million times already from other content creators, but the mix of parkour first-person combat was amazing in the first game. And from the looks of it, the sequel seems to keep that going. On top of that, Dying Light 2 seems to have a lot of choices that can completely change the world you play in, and I can't wait to see how different my game will be from everyone else's. My number 2 game is Triangle Strategy. In the last 2 years, I got to play a lot of games, but 2 games really stand out as being some of my favorites in a long time. Fire Emblem 3 Houses and Octopath Traveler. Mix the 2 of them and you get me a game like Triangle Strategy, I'm in. I also got to play the demo of this game on the Switch last year and I was immediately hooked with the story and the gameplay. Add in the incredible music, great voice acting, and of course, the beautiful HD 2D graphics, this game could easily be a Game of the Year contender for me. My most anticipated game this year is Elden Ring. What did you expect? It's Elden Ring.